Color is one of the most important pillars in web design. Get it wrong and this will break your website. Let me show you how you can change colors from one place and it affects the whole website. So at the moment, we have our website and it looks like this. This is our main brand color and this is our call to action color. And I'm going to scroll down here and show you where else this is used. So you can see here, my main brand color is also used here. Now, if I come over here to my color palette, let's choose our colors and update this, and you are going to see this updating across the whole website. All right, so I'm over here on colors. So let's start by choosing our first color. So I'm going to come over here and select it, and then I'm going to paste the color in here by going to the background and then just pasting it like that. Next, I'm going to hit this check mark, and then I'm going to say yes to save changes. Then I'm going to save this one more time. Next, I'm going to come over here to my second color, which is the accent. Click here on this gear icon, come back over here, choose my second color, click over here, paste it. I'm going to save this one more time, save it. And now my two colors here have been updated. Now notice what happens when I come back over here to my site. If I refresh this, you're going to notice now that my background color is going to change and my button color has changed. And if I scroll all the way down here to the bottom, this color here has changed. Colorizer 2 can be used on a brand new website or an existing website. Let me show you how it can be used. But before I do that, I want to remind you that if you're a lifetime member on Funnels to Income, this is absolutely free for you and this is available to download right now. But if you're not a lifetime member, this is only going for $19. It's going to come with a lot of documentation and I'm going to show you real case studies of how to use color in Divi, the easiest and fastest way. The link to purchase it is in the video description below. All right, let's get started. Installing Colorizer is very easy. All you have to do is to upload the plugin. So I'm going to come over here on my Divi website, click here on dashboard, and I'm just going to come over here to plugins and click on add new. Next, I'm going to click on upload plugin and then choose file. Now I've already gone ahead and downloaded it. So all I have to do now is to install it. So you want to make sure that you install it as it is. Don't unzip it. So I'm going to double click and now it has been added here. I'm going to click on install now. Next, I'm going to click on activate plugin. And the next step now is to come over here to the bottom and click on Colorizer. And then let's go ahead and install it. So I'm just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom here and then click on begin site import. So when you import this on your site, it's not going to break your website at all. It's not installing any extra code or anything. This is just our color palette. All right, so it looks like everything has been installed, which is fantastic. So we can now double check and see if this has installed correctly. So I'm going to come over here to pages, click on all pages. So I can see here Colorizer 2 has been added and I can view it in a new tab. So here it is. This is our basic color palette, but we don't have to use this color palette. And over here, it also gives a description of what these colors are and how they should be used. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and delete this plugin. So I'm going to come over here to plugins, click on installed plugins, and then I'm just going to come over here, deactivate it, and then delete it. Now it's time to work on our website and see how we can use Colorizer to design our website. So here I'm on my main homepage. So chances are you already have a website that you've designed. So you want to go in and start customizing this. So what I'm going to do now is to go in by clicking here on Enable Visual Builder. So let's start by changing our background color here. So I'm going to click on my section settings. We're going to come over here to background. So as you can see, all these colors here are white. This is just to make sure that you don't get confused when you start using these colors. So straight away, you want to come over here straight to global. Okay, so it's very important you work in the global mode. So what we're going to do now is to use our main brand color. So I'm going to use that instead of what we had before. Okay, that's all I need to do. Great. Go ahead and save. Now let's come over here to this button. So I'm going to click here to go into my button settings, click on design, button. And again, we need to make sure we're working in global. So our button text color, I'm going to go ahead with this color here. And then for the button background color, again, I'm going to come over here to global and choose my button color just like that. Now we can add our hover color, our hover state. So let's head over here, click on this little item, click on hover. And now I'm going to choose my hover state, which is this one. Let's continue on and save. Let's move on to the next part, which is our text. So over here, I'm going to click on this gear icon and just make sure that my text has the actual color. Come over here to design. I'm going to click here on this little paintbrush icon so I can target my actual text. So this is my heading 3. We're going to come over here to colors. And again, you can see here, I can just go straight to my global, choose my color. I'm going to do the same to the paragraph, choose my color by coming over here to global. There we go. And then save. Okay, so here's where things get exciting. So let's go into this one here. So here, what we're going to do is to change the background color as well. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to go to global. And now we're going to change our background color. So for this, we're going to go with, let's go with this color here. Okay, it's very subtle. And the next step now is to add a bit of color in here. So I'm going to use the same colors on my color palette. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. So I'm going to come over here to my icon color, click on global, and go with my branding color. Next, I'm also going to work on my text. So I'm going to come over here, go to my global. And again, I'm going to go with my global color. And then finally, I'm going to go to my paragraph text, choose global. Let's go with our global color as well. And now I can save. So let's say we want to apply the same style to the other blurbs. All I have to do is to right click, click on extend blurb styles. And then I'm just going to say extend. And there you go. It's updated. So all I have to do now is to come over here and change this icon by coming over here. And then we can just update our icon. So let's continue on. So over here, we need to add our section background color. I'm going to click here on my section settings, go to my background, global, and this color here is my section background. So I'm going to go ahead and select it, and you can see it has been applied now. Go ahead and save. My color here is fine, but we just need to make sure that it has the global setting. So I'm going to come over here to design. And let's choose our colors. Again, notice that every time I'm coming over here to the colors, I am going into global. This is what's going to make it very easy for us to update our color palette. Okay, so let's go ahead and save. So now that we have our web page designed and it looks like this, we can now go in and change our colors in one place, and this will update the whole website. Let me show you how that works. So let's say you come over here to this website and you want to choose a completely different color palette. So let's go with this one right here. So how we would use this is we would come over here to our color palettes and let's enable the visual builder. So the key thing here is you want to go in and add your colors as they are labeled on this color palette. So over here on colors, I'm just going to create a random color palette. So I'm going to click here and let's say this is our main primary color. I'm going to come over here. So all we have to do to update this is to click here. Now let's go to primary, go to our background, and all I have to do is to click here and paste my color from color. And you can see here, this is updated. Next, we need to choose our accent color. So I'm going to come over here, select my color like that. And then back over here, I am going to now click. I'm going to paste my color in here and then click this check mark and then say yes. Okay, that's great. Now I'm going to go to my section background color. So now that I've added that, let's go ahead now and save. Save one more time. So now that I've added my new color palette, what's going to happen now is, in fact, let me save this page. If I come back over here to my page that we've just created and refresh it like that, notice what happens. We now have colors updating pretty much across the whole website. So you can see here our call to action button has updated.